Hello everybody and welcome back. I am currently in Florida. If you haven't been watching my videos, I am in a car and I am on my way to Tampa to pick up a new dog. Now I'm getting this dog from my breeder friend, and this wasn't supposed to happen. I wasn't supposed to be driving to Tampa. I'm actually not going into Tampa, just a little bit before. She was actually going to come and bring the dog to me. But she was involved in a little bit of a fender bender where somebody ran into the back of her. And they towed, I don't know if they've towed her car yet or not, but she is waiting for me. And I am going to get the puppy. Anyway, sorry, that was my GPS talking. So I am currently on my way to get the puppy, and yeah, the traffic is pretty bad. So I've rented a car. I thought I would be there around 6:30, and it looks like it's going to be more towards 7 because the traffic is so bad. But anyway, I will check in with you when I get my new dog. We're at the hotel. I got Beth. It was quite the traveling, but there she is. She's 2.5 years old. She's sweet as can be, but very nervous. But you know, she doesn't know me from a hole in the ground, and she's 2.5 years old. So there is a blanket in the bag that she was just looking in. That's her carrying case. And that is one that Mary says she's been sleeping with. So we put it in her carrying case. And then just outside the bathroom here, I put a couple of puppy pads and water. I did take her outside and let her walk around when I got here, but she didn't pee. So anyway, we're going to spend the night, and tomorrow we will head off to the airport with our new puppy. Well, I guess she's not a puppy, but our new baby, Miss Beth. Good morning, everybody. We are on the plane. We had a bit of a hectic morning. We got the rental car, drove to the airport, and when we got here, we had to go to special services because we had the dog. And we were not quite 2 hours early, but pretty close to it by the time we dropped off the car and got in. But special service lineup was crazy long, and people in front of us had, you know, anywhere from like 10 luggages, and I'm not kidding. And some of them were overweight, so they had to go and pack them. Excuse me. And they only had 2 agents working, so we got through that, and then we had to rush to get through TSA security check, rush through that, then we had to rush to catch our gate, and we got there just a few minutes before they started boarding. So thankfully we made it to our gate on time. It was a blessing we did, and now we're on our flight. Sorry, they had an announcement come on, but now we made our flight. We're sitting, and we're on our way to DC, where we have about an hour and a half layover. Probably grab a bite to eat because I'm starving, and we'll take her out to pee. We decided to call her Bethany. That was my brother-in-law's decision. Maybe it was my sister-in-law's decision. One of them said she looked like a Bethany, so she's Bethany, and she hasn't peed since I got her yesterday. So I'll take her and try to get her to pee, hopefully have time to get something to eat before we catch our next flight. They just came around. With their drink service, and so I got a ginger ale with no ice and Biscoff cookies, and I'm finishing watching the Downton Abbey movie that I started on our flight to Florida. We have made it to the DC airport. Bethany was actually really good on the plane, never said a word. Now she's yipping, and And the reason I'm surprised is the whole way through security in Orlando, she yipped and she did not want to be in that bag at all. But now she's being, pretty good. And flight was good. We made it. I'm gonna go grab a quick bite to eat because I am starving. I haven't eaten since yesterday when we were in Animal Kingdom. And so we're gonna go grab a bite to eat and then go find our gate. We stopped and found a relief care area, and Bethany had a very long pee. But I don't know when the last time she went to the bathroom was, so that makes me really happy that she peed. And then we stopped at Five Guys because I haven't eaten. We have probably about, it says 12 minutes to board, so I don't have a lot of time to eat, but get ready and head to our next flight. I'll probably sleep on the next flight because I'm pretty tired. We are back, and it was a long drive. The roads are horrible. Here in Maine, because that's where we are right now, it is kind of freezing rain. So it's raining cold, and as soon as that rain hits the pavement, it freezes. We are in Cala, so we're just probably, we just have to cross the border, which we're kind of right in front of. And then probably about a 15-minute drive home. We stopped and got a bite to eat because it is 20 after 5 Canadian time. So we stopped and got a bite to eat. We're going to head home and can't wait to see the dogs. And I'm sure they can't wait to see us. We just got home, just let the dogs out, and I opened Beth's crate to see if she would come out. Now, everybody else has been looking in on her. They're very curious to see her. As you can see, there is Richie and Kayla, and they're both looking in to say hello. But she's not coming out. But she's had a rough couple of days. So it may take her a few days to get used to these guys. There's Martha right there now looking in at her. Richie seems to be excited to see her. We made it home. Everybody's peeked in and looked at Beth. She still hasn't come out of her crate yet. We're still outside. The weather here is horrible. It is cold. It is freezing rain, and I'm ready to turn around to go back to Florida. But here we are. So I'm going to leave you here. I'm going to go in and do some laundry. Get Beth kind of used to the place. It'll probably take her a couple of days, but do everything in love, and I will see you all next week. Bye-bye, everybody.